right, so the pec minor, when it is activated, is going to internally rotate the shoulder around towards the rib cage, or if your shoulder is fixed, it can bring a rib cage towards the shoulder. But it tends to be a muscle that can get really tight on many of us just because we're living here. Or if you're a chest concealer person, or you lived with a port, created scar tissue that can also gnarl its way into the pec minor. So what we're gonna do is, we're gonna do a release that, we need a pec major. So maybe you can fold him up into a pec major. We're gonna do a release.
Is it too long?
That's great. I mean, it's suggestive. What we're gonna do is we're gonna do a release that takes us into the fascial pocket between these two areas. So we're gonna lift our pec major out of the way, and we're gonna be able to snug a yoga tune-up ball. I see my husband, my cameraman, also doing this with his thumb right now. We're gonna go right in there. I hope that's visible.
The egg hole.
What she calls the egg hole.
I call it egg hole.
The anterior egg hole.
Like when you get this.
Okay.
Get in that. Get in the pocket.
So I'm gonna show you a couple different ways we can do this. First of all, take your thumbs and put them in your anatomical suspenders. So you take your thumb, you go into the front of your armpit. Yeah, that's all pec, my friends. That's all pec major. So you take your thumb in there. Can you make your thumb visible through your pec major right now? Can you see my thumb moving? Maybe not. Okay, so there's the thumb. Now, can you take the thumb and instead of pushing forward, can you migrate the thumbnail or the thumb finger backwards and try to touch the front of your ribs? That's your pec minor. Horrible, huh? Usually not so comfortable for
yeah, if you've never
touched
stretched
it.
or worked it, it's tender.
So it's a very awkward way to get in it. I'm going to show you a couple of different ways. What I like to do is kind of kneel on the ground, and if you're not a floor sitter, no problem. I'm going to alternate for you in a second. And then I'm going to prop the yoga tune-up ball on the edge of a block, and I'm not going into my armpit. I'm trying to find this pocket. There I am. So the ball goes right behind the suspender strap, and I let my arm hang.